Howdy folks, welcome to the first step en route to becoming a second officer in FlightLine Pilot Academy, and in this short video we're going to take a look at the ATIS, what it is, how to get it, and how to use it. So first off, what it is, it's basically a weather report and airfield information report, and it will be continuously broadcast over a frequency. Of course, in FlightLine, we simulate frequencies with Discord voice channels, so we have a bot that continuously broadcasts the ATIS in those voice channels. The ATIS consists of a few things. First and foremost, a letter identifier, which is from the phonetic alphabet. So for example, ATIS information alpha, or ATIS information Charlie, ATIS information Delta, etc. That identifier will change every time the ATIS changes, which is usually every hour. So 1 hour you might have Alpha, then the next hour Bravo, then the next hour Charlie, and so on. It'll give you the time that the ATIS was issued, the wind direction and speed, the visibility for flight line purposes measured in nautical miles, the cloud layer currently surrounding the airport, the temperature in degrees centigrade, as well as the dew point, the altimeter. We'll explain what some of these terms mean from a more meteorological perspective, by the way, in the first officer course, but for now we're just looking at some terms. It'll also give you the active runways for the airport, as well as perhaps the active approaches for those runways and some ATISs. It'll give you any pertinent information about the airfield, such as taxiway closures, and any additional remarks that air traffic control wishes to include. That's the basic gist of it. Let's get some practice listening to it. So what I'm going to do is hop in the TOFON ATIS frequency, which is 121.3, and I'll take notes here, writing with the mouse. It might be smarter to type it, but I kind of want to simulate what it's like to normally write it on pen and paper, which is what you should ideally do, but obviously you can't see pen and paper if I use it. So I'll go ahead and jump in the frequency here and just wait for it to loop around to the beginning.
300 scattered. 5400 overcast. Contact. You have information Romeo.
Okay, I know now it's information Romeo, and here we go. It's going to loop again.
Tofan Bridge International Airport ATIS information Romeo. 0640 Zulu. Landing runway 27 left. Departing runway 27 right. Wind 290 at 17. Visibility 4. Ceiling 4600 broken. 1500 view. 3300 scattered. 5400 overcast. Temperature 19er, 2.15. Altimeter 29902. Remarks. Read back all runway hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Romeo.
Okay, so that's the entire ATIS, and you can see we got all the information here. We have information Romeo issued at 6:40 Zulu time. If you don't know what Zulu time is, it's the same thing as UTC. If you don't know what UTC is, it's the same time as England in the summer. In the winter, England in the winter. So British summertime is 1 hour ahead of that. US Eastern Daylight Time is 4 hours behind that, and so on and so on. You can do the conversions on your own. I have here arrival runway 27 left, departure runway 27 right. That's how I abbreviated it. I just have my own shorthand. You can develop your own, but I recommend this kind of thing. Wind is 290 at 17 knots. The visibility, which I have here with a V, is 4 nautical miles. We have cloud layers of 4,600 feet. I dropped the last 2 zeros as you would with flight levels, standard convention. Broken, 5,400, overcast, temperature 19, dew point 15, you can put a slash in the middle, and the altimeter 29902. I ignored the other cloud layers. I kind of only cared about broken and overcast, but if I was writing on pen and paper, I would have written all of them. I just didn't really have the time doing it like this. In either case, that's the basic gist of how you write down an ATIS, and in terms of how we would use it, well, now we know what the departure runways are, so we can plan our departure from the airport, and we also know some pertinent weather information that might become relevant or useful, and also some of the cloud layer information so we can understand how the departure might look. We're going to do one more example, and this time we're going to do a real-world example. You can just do this by going to liveatc.net and finding the ATIS for any airport. I'm going to go ahead and do Atlanta, the largest airport in the United States. And so we'll look at Atlanta departure ATIS. It is... let's see, this 0652 Zulu, right? So it's about 2 a.m. over there, almost 3 a.m. So not much going on at the airport probably, but hopefully we'll still
runway 27 right. Advise on initial contact. You have information X-ray. Atlanta Airport departure information X-ray 0652 Zulu. Wind 300 at 4. Visibility 10. View clouds at 12,000, 15,000 scattered, 20,000 scattered. Temperature 24, 2.22, altimeter 3009er. Simultaneous departures, departing runways, 26 left, 27 right. Expect our nav off the ground departing runway 26 left. Expect our nav off the ground departing runway 27 right. Ground control will assign runway with taxi instructions. Notice to air mission. Runway 28 closed. Taxiway Golf closed. Taxiway Whiskey closed. All taxiways south of taxiway Romeo closed. Runway 26 right land and hold short operations lights out of service. Attention all aircraft hazardous weather information for Atlanta area available from flight service.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and ignore the rest of that. The only trouble with tuning Atlanta is there's way too much stuff going on. There's information about cranes and all of those sorts of things. But this is the core of the ATIS, right? We have information X-ray issued at 0652 Zulu. Wind was, it might have been 300 actually. So I put a question mark here. So I would go back and listen to that to make sure I got the right figure and correct it as necessary. Visibility was 10 kilometers or greater. We have few clouds at 12,000 and a couple other cloud layers that I just ignored for brevity. Temperature 24, dew point 22, altimeter 3009. We've got departing 26 left and 27 right, and we can expect RNAV fixes when we take off. Don't worry about what all that means for right now. And we also know that some things are closed. So runway 28 is closed, taxiway Golf is closed, taxiway Whiskey is closed, all the taxiways south of Romeo are closed. A lot of stuff going on in Atlanta, but that's the gist of how you get the ATIS, and that will help you in planning your flight plan, which will be the subject in just a couple videos' time. Hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, reach out to instructors, and as always, stay safe.